What's up, everybody? It's your good friend Lukie, and this is my new YouTube channel. Please subscribe to help me. Look on the screen. Don't be a reoccurring viewer. Only 25% of the people watching these videos are subscribing. Hit the bell icon. Subscribe now, please. I gotta get the truth on one thing, and this is the last thing. Is where did the story about Danny coming in so massive? Like, you were there for that. Why do people present it like he was like a light heavyweight or all this type of stuff?
When he fought Triple G?
When he fought Triple G, because I've just heard a lot of people not ever ask a question with anyone around him and ask like, what did he come in at, or what was it?
There's a, you know what? There's a article out today. Le'Veon Bell, right? That's his name? Le'Veon Bell. His
Steelers.
They said he. There's a report that he's blown up like 265, 270, and his trainer he can't hold his tongue. He's like, who the hell? Where did this come from? He didn't blow up at all. The guy's been training the whole year. He's not blown up. There was never that kind of weight gain in this whole off-season holdout. Nothing like that. He goes, ain't nobody asked me. He goes, where did the stories come from? Nobody asked me. I'm with the guy every single day. So it's the same thing. Someone ran with something, HBO, you can talk to them about them because they're not in boxing anymore. But they basically ran with a little bit of information that was not true. It was a speculative comment. And they ran with it saying that was gospel, that was what it was. And it was not at all that.
Because Danny didn't show up for the IBF weigh-in, but that was just a choice. Like, he just chose to re-weigh.
Well, what happened was you have Triple G had at the time like 6 belts. Do you know the money that is in sanctioning fees for that shit? Oh my God. It was like a man's dream purse just to pay in the sanctioning fees to have all those dang belts. So what happened was IBF has the rule of the 10-pound weigh-in the next morning. So after the weigh-in, you have I think it was 9 a.m. we weighed in the next morning, or we were scheduled to weigh in at 8 a.m. And it was, we couldn't be no more than 10 pounds over the weight limit. So Danny could only be 170. So we were all at dinner. We were in an Italian restaurant. Food was amazing. And Danny's going, man, dude, come on. Why we're fighting for 6 belts here. Why do we got to suffer for one of the belts just to pay this? He goes, forget it, man. I don't want to do it. I feel great. I feel amazing. I want to beat Triple G tomorrow. I feel great. So back and forth, he said, I don't want to do it. So they didn't have to pay the sanctioning fee. Now,
save money.
Now, this is the boxing though. So what happened with IBF? After that fight, IBF made a clause in their rules where if multiple belts are on the line, they will waive their 10-pound rule. If multiple belts. So if they call it the Danny Jacobs rule. Because why? Because they were out 50 grand or whatever the sanctioning fee was from Danny. Triple G paid it, and Triple G showed up for the weigh-in because he wanted to keep the belt. He wanted all of his belts. So he did do that. But that was his choice. You know what I mean? So, because it's like if you didn't make weight, like when Bruno fought for the IBF.
IBA.
No, you fought for the IBF, Intercontinental.
Oh, yeah, I did.
When he fought for that, his opponent didn't make weight. He made weight later. He took him an hour to make weight. But if he would have waived it, didn't make the weight, he could have still fought for it, but he wouldn't have been able to win it. Bruno could still win the belt by beating him, right? It was a vacant title at the time. So that was the situation.
Fuck them motherfuckers. Fuck them. You want me to say it? Huh? Okay, good. He said no.